I'm Kell Brook, the IBF World Welterweight Champion, and you're watching Behind the Gloves.
Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps with BehindTheGloves.com, and look who I ran into here at the Garcia versus Lamont Peterson weigh-in, Mr. Joel Diaz, who is Tim Bradley's trainer. Speaking of Tim Bradley, I sort of want to ask, what the status is. A lot of the fight fans are really not sure, really what's next for him.
Well, first of all, Tim just started training this week. He came back to the gym Monday. We started working out. He just told me that he's got a date, which is June 13th. But opponents, there hasn't been any opponents named, mentioned yet. We're supposed to have an opponent either this week or beginning of next week.
Okay, so anybody in particular that they're looking at right now, or you guys have sort of discussed?
Well, they haven't mentioned anybody. They have mentioned Jesse Vargas. They have mentioned, Alfonso Gomez. They have mentioned K9 Bundrage. They have mentioned a few, but among them, we don't know who. So until they tell us who it is, then we'll know, and hopefully by this week we'll know. Meanwhile, we already started training.
Okay, I know that there's been mention of Amir Khan and whatnot. There's all that back and forth. Amir and his camp are saying that the IBF, no one in his camp has ever declined the fight with Tim Bradley. Now, is that still an option? Do you think that if Tim Bradley maybe you guys were to get in touch with Khan's camp, that fight could still potentially happen? Because as of right now, from what I understand, is that Chris Algieri's fight with Khan is not 100% confirmed.
Well, I don't really know. The promoters deal with their business, but we will welcome a fight with Amir Khan any day with open arms, And I mentioned that we talked to Tim the other day, and we mentioned about this issues and going on. Tim really don't mention anything. He don't say anything. He don't say, I want to fight this guy. He just says, hey, it is what it is. I'll fight anybody. If Amir Khan wants to do it, we'll do it. If Miguel Cotto wants to do it, we'll do it. It doesn't matter. Tim is ready to fight anybody. He'll prepare to fight anybody. And, if that will be the possibility, hey, we'll welcome a fight with Amir Khan with open arms.
Now, do you guys ever discuss Kell Brook?
We've discussed Kell Brook after he fought Sean Porter. But a lot of things don't go our way when it comes down to Kell Brook. I don't know why, but you never hear any noise coming from anybody, promoters, anybody talking about Tim and Kell Brook. But that would also be a great fight. And Tim at one point said, "Hey, I think Kell Brook and I will be a great fight. That will be a great matchup," and I think so as well.
So you're obviously here at the weigh-in because you have a gentleman who's fighting. Would you mind sort of?
Well, tonight, tomorrow night, I have Felix Diaz. This kid was an Olympic gold medalist 2008, undefeated kid, 16-0, from Dominican Republic. He came to me. His manager sent him my way. He wanted me to train him and prepare him for this fight. He's fighting a kid with 25-1, I think, Gabriel Bracero. So it's going to be a great fight. Felix is in tremendous shape, and he's ready to put it up tomorrow, because in that division, 140 pounds, there could be a possibility that he could be the next opponent for the winner of Lamont Peterson or Garcia.
Okay, and I also want to ask you about that fight. How do you see that fight going?
I see that fight one of the best fights this year, because they both have the ability to put up great performances tomorrow. I think that Garcia has the power, and Lamont does as well. I just think that if Lamont really decides to fight smart and do his fight, he can pull it off. But if he decides to get brave and try to get in there and exchange with Garcia, he can get hurt.
Okay, and last question, kind of like the question everyone's asking: how do you see the fight going with Mayweather and Pacquiao?
That fight is not gonna be the fight that everybody's expecting. In my opinion, in my eyes, I just think that fight is gonna be a fight that Mayweather is gonna dictate from the beginning. if you really analyze the fight, Mayweather's gonna get in there. Mayweather don't care if you like it or not, if you're happy or not. His point is he's gonna win. He's gonna find a way to win the fight, regardless of how, but he's gonna win. He's gonna get in there. He's gonna dictate the fight, dictate the pace. If he thinks that Mayweather is a big threat for him, he is gonna box him. He's gonna make him miss, counterpunch him, do whatever it takes. But if he feels that he can control the fight and that he can put up a little bit of an action, he is gonna make it an exciting fight.
Well, thank you so much. I always appreciate you giving me the time to do an interview. And I hope to see you back at the ranch someday and ride some horses with the family.
Any day. I can't wait to get back. That's my thing.
I know it's too cold here, right? I want sunshine.
Yeah, I want sunshine. Snakes are coming out already. It's time to go snake hunting.
I love it. Thank you so much. Bye, fight fans. Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this little icon right here, or else